if you have a partnership in China, or even if you don't, even if you have pretty much a wholly owned subsidiary or corporation in China, it's always a wise thing if you're making a major market move to give a heads up to the regulatory people, the regional party bosses, something that would signal that the relationship is more than just kind of a short-term deal. And I think Google, at least my own take, probably learned that very important lesson, that they misfired on the communication. As I remember, it was announced via their site, their website, and without a lot of heads up. And it caught the leadership, forced them into a corner, which is not where you want to force the leadership if you want a longer-term relationship. And it thereby made it impossible for them to do anything other than fight back and to criticize that decision. But it was also at a time when, and we did some reporting on this in the embassy, and sent some of it back to Washington, State Department, White House, and others, that later showed up in the WikiLeaks. So, even though it was classified stuff, we can now talk about it now because it's all out there. And some of the leaders in Zhongnanhai, in their White House, were kind of figuring out what Google was, Googling their names, and, bad stuff would come up. They say, this is not a helpful tool. They're criticizing us. How can this be? So I think going into the whole Google incident was already sort of a negative opinion of technology that brought forth information that wasn't helpful in China's growth and evolution.